I've sold so many different products in using so many different funnels, and I've also worked with many different clients who do the same in so many different niches. Categorically, there's no list more valuable than a list that has been generated via a lengthy webinar and has gone through some kind of 6 week coaching training where there's like modules released like for like 6 weeks. That list is just worth a fortune in comparison to any other list. That category of list is worth a fortune in comparison to any other list that I've ever worked on or monetized. And obviously, there's a number of reasons why that is the case. But one of the reasons is just the level of relationship building that takes place through that whole experience. You know, you're on a webinar that's like 2 hours, maybe longer. Someone who buys from a webinar like that is very well sold, very well invested. And then they go through a period of time where they're receiving a lot of education from the expert. They're kind of being indoctrinated very intensely and very thoroughly. So that person just becomes very bonded to the company, to the expert. There's a great degree of trust in place. They've kind of been on this ride and they're just connected to you. The problem with selling an information product for like $27, the way that people normally do it, is you just get a book and then you get some emails, and that person is really, a relationship hasn't really been established. They're really not that bought in. They're really not that committed. They're really not that indoctrinated. They're really not sold on you, your mission, the value of what it is that you have to offer. It's just kind of give me your money and here's a product. Now chat to you later. Whereas what these guys are doing is building a long-term relationship with their customers. They're taking someone that's a low ticket, buyer that would otherwise really not be that kind of committed, but they're getting them on the phone. They're putting them through these 3-day experiences, and they're really establishing, a lot of value. They're giving a lot of value. They're building a really good relationship, and they're setting themselves up for really good conversion rates over the long run. Oh, that's